I started this business from nothing. I was unemployed, I was broke, I was suffering. My life was a mess. I was depressed as hell, but I needed a breakthrough in my life and I just had to start. Hi my loves, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel and today I will be sharing with you how I started my food business from scratch. This video was inspired by a Q&A I posted on my Instagram a few days ago, and I literally did not know that a lot of people were curious on how I started my business or the journey of my business. So guys, I'll be answering these questions in no particular order, and I grouped and sectioned them in ways where I felt like all the questions meant the same thing. I need to sit down wait for this. So guys, I started my food business in 2020. I think the first order I got was in 2020. Really didn't have an idea and I really didn't plan to run a business per se, but I knew I wanted to do something with food, maybe go to culinary school or one thing. In case you don't know, Kitchen Trios is my food business. We're an online based food business that is based in Abuja. Right, so we deliver meals, lunch packs, cake slices, pastries, snacks, chops. As far as you can think it, we can make it. I cook everything. So the purpose of my business did not intentionally start from making profit. I just thought this was something I was going to do till the corona was over and then I go back to job hunting. But before the corona was over, I already knew that I'm not leaving this. I definitely am not leaving this job. What inspired my business? I loved cooking from a very early age, but I never planned on using it for commercial purposes. I was going more into the line of competition. I had dreams of becoming a professional chef. I had dreams of winning competitions and following, that particular kind of chain. But I guess the plans you have for yourself and the plans life has for you are totally different. So one of the questions I got was someone asking me how much I used in starting up my business. There was literally no capital I invested into the business because the business even started in a very crooked way. I was just lying on my bed one day and I got a call from my friend telling me, "Oh, Nick, I need a cake for today." And I was like, sure, what's up? Let's get into it. And then she sent me money. I made the cake, I sent out the cake, and the next day I decided, why don't I try selling cake slices to see if anybody was going to buy. So from the remaining cake I had the previous day, I made slices and I sold on my WhatsApp story. And after that day, I just started working on my Instagram page, picking out a name for my business and just trying to see if I could do this sustainably till I get a job. What were the doubts I had starting up and how I overcame them? Like I said, when I started my business, there was no time for thinking. I did not think, I just did it. So I did not have time to doubt or fear. But I noticed that when I started, a few months into the business, when I really started questioning myself if this was what I wanted to do long term, how sustainable can this be? What if the workload increases and stuff? Because one thing that can overwhelm you is underestimating the workload that comes with the pattern of business you're choosing, and that can break you if you do not really understand it. But food has been something I've been in contact with for a very long time. In school, I used to cook a lot. In my house, I cook a lot, I bake a lot. So I did not feel like this was going to overwhelm me to the point where I would crack. I knew it was going to be difficult to chase professionally, but I also believed that I would have the hunger to keep me there for as long as it was going to take. And now we're 3 years down the line and I'm going stronger and I do not see myself quitting anytime soon. So your doubts would always be there, but I feel your determination should always be greater because doubts would forever be there. There is nothing you do in life where you're not going to get doubts in. Even if you're getting married, even if you're pregnant and you want to give birth to the child, you're still going to have that. Will that child be okay? Will that child be well? So I feel like if you keep your doubts, if your doubts keep you from trying something out, then maybe you're not really into that thing as much as you thought you were. And if you're broke, or as broke as I used to be then, and you're still thinking, you're still not broke enough. That's period. One of the things I wish I did better then was actually not fearing the corona and putting in more effort into trying to serve more people. But at that point, my house was very tiny. My room wasn't even this big, and we were two people living in a room. I didn't have space, I didn't have equipment. All I had were my hands and the grace of God. One of the things I wish I didn't do in the early stage of my business was listening to people's idea, especially people that do not run businesses or do not run businesses that are related to the one you want to do. Be careful of the advices you take from people, because not every advice is there to grow your business. Not every advice applies to the particular business you're doing. Google is your best friend. YouTube is your best friend. People, they will keep giving you what they feel is their own opinion. How did I hold on to my business for this long, especially during trying times? There would be trying times. Oh my God, I remember 2021, there wasn't a week that went by where I wasn't shedding tears. I felt so terrible about my life. I felt so terrible about my business, but I am so thankful that today I barely think about things like that. And the one thing I would say is, when your business gets tough, believe in your skills, because your skills will keep speaking on your behalf to people than yourself. So in the first year of my business was not targeted in making profit, it was targeted in surviving the country. So that was literally my goal: survival, survival, survival. I was not thinking of, oh, making extra change, having change in my pocket. All I was thinking of, oh, it fed me today, okay, it clothed me tomorrow, okay, my rent was able to save up, good. That was literally all I was focused on with my business in the first year of my business. So I think that was also one thing that made me hold on, because rent was closed, you needed to eat tomorrow, you need to eat next tomorrow. So if I say I'm not doing it again today, who will feed me? So guys, that was one of the ways I held on to my business. What do you think would be the most important thing when choosing what business to go into? So this question is now for you. What business are you planning to go into in 2023? What are your reasons for going into this business? Why do you want to excel in this particular business you want to venture into? Is it a side hustle? Is it permanent? Is this your full-time job? These are the things I wish you would consider before venturing into a business. A lot of times people just take side hustle as side hustle, but your side hustle has the potential to knock you off your feet, meaning it has the potential to triple your financial situation as it is. For you to be considering a side hustle or a business, it means you are not financially free to say you do not need to add more work to your workload already. So if you are thinking about opening a side hustle, first of all, the thing you need to think about is, how much time do you have to invest into a side hustle? I believe that when you think about the amount of time you have free, then you can also, it would help you trim down the list of side hustles or businesses you would like to venture in. For example, if you want to venture into a food business like myself, but you work a 9 to 5 and you're not free enough to venture into a food business, I would suggest you niche down in the food business by trying to do, okay, I bake only cakes or I bake only food. This way you will not be having sleepless nights from Monday to Friday trying to cater to both your business customers and your 9 to 5. You will break down, and your health is your priority, because if you're not healthy, you can't work. If you can't work, you can't make money to fix any health problem. So when you overwork yourself, you're not even in the creative space to grow. You're just trying to get by. And when you're trying to get by, it creates repetition. Repetition doesn't really create growth. And I believe that the purpose of every business is excelling and growing and becoming something that it wasn't yesterday, not staying in a particular position and recycling the money you have. Another thing I would say is invest in marketing, a strong marketing platform, because this can make your life so much easier. In today's world, if you're not ready to use money to chase money, then you're not ready to make mad money. That is on period, because only big money can get you the kind of money you wish to get. And if your business is one that can change your life, and you're not investing your time in it, then I'm sorry, you shouldn't even be giving your time. You shouldn't even be giving it the bare minimum. Who loves losing money? Absolutely nobody. I don't like it. It does not feel good. It does not taste nice. In fact, there's nothing good about losing money in this life. But unfortunately, with every business will come a certain degree of losses, especially if you have no experience. Like I said, in the first stages of my business, I had no experience with charging people what was worthy of my time. I would slave away for a work of 100k and make 2,000 naira in a 100k work. Why is that fly flying around? But this was me in 2020. This is not me today. I do not regret doing it at that time, because experience and learning was my priority then, not profit. But if you're starting in 2023, please, profit should be part of your priorities, please. Because things are harder now. It's harder to produce now. It's harder to be efficient now. And it will be a waste of your time and effort if you make a product of 200,000 and make absolutely nothing from it. So always avoid that. Even if the job comes on a platter of gold, my dear, always avoid. How big can a small business grow? Because my family keeps telling me to quit. This question is very personal to me, because I totally understand when nobody believes in the dreams you believe in. One thing I would say is, if you have the passion for what you're doing and you feel it in your gut that what you're doing can be successful, I am telling you now with my full chest that what you're doing will be successful. People would always criticize what they don't understand or what they don't see. When I first started my business, I remember telling it to a friend that told me, you want to waste your life selling snacks. That was literally what that person told me. So people would keep criticizing what they don't understand and what they feel isn't worth it. But I am telling you that it is worth it. There is nothing that isn't worth it as far as you feel. There's this guy in my school that year, Brahams. If you were, this man made a business of 50 naira profit. A carton of Coca-Cola has 50 naira on the carton when you buy it and resell. But he made his drinks chilled. Every single time we bought drinks from him, it was cold. His marketing strategy wasn't selling out his drinks. It was making people come to him. He made it easy, he made it fast, he made it accessible, and he made it stressless. And people prioritized going to him over the lines of store on the streets where he sold. So anything is possible in this life once you have the will and you have the knowledge to pursue something, and you can break down the box that you're being trapped into. I believe you can achieve anything you want in life. What kept me motivated? I think I've answered that. Did I get help, and in what way did I get help? I believe I got help in my business from my sister, my flatmates, my friends, and my investors. So in 2021, I started taking investments for my business, because this was the point I realized that this business was funding for my life and for my business, and if I was trying to grow my business, I needed more money, because the business at that stage could not successfully grow itself and still sustain my life. And so I started collecting investment from my friends. You can do that even from your WhatsApp story, but please do not indulge if you're not serious minded or clear as to how you're going to make back that money. So I started running my first investment, and my first investment, I took 5 slots, which I set at 100,000 to receive 160,000 in 6 months. I got 5 people to invest 100,000 to my business in 2021, and I used that money. I invested that money into getting an oven, mixer, in fact, into getting equipment that just made my life easier. In return for this equipment, I increased my workload. I took more orders. I worked hard and back to back in order to pay these people their money. If you're looking to do something like this, do not overwhelm yourself with taking all these investments at once, because when you take them at once, you're going to be paying back everything at once. So you can break them up in months the way I did, and you're going to be paying back these people in different months the way I did. So get help. If you have help that is offering, my dear, take it. If it's free, if it comes with attachment, take it and set your terms. Do not take anything that will kill you, but take it and set your terms. If you then have loving families that are willing to boost you, because I hear stories like, oh, I wanted to start a business and my father invested 2 million. If you have people, families like that, utilize them, grow your business. Even if it's a risk, grow your business. So guys, I think I have gone through all the questions I have for now, and I would also be releasing another video where I will be telling you the top 10 small businesses that you can start in 2023 and make millions in revenue from. Be sure to turn on your post notification while waiting for that video to come out. Sharing peace, sharing joy, and sharing love, and that is all I am about in 2023. So don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed any of the things I said in this video. Also, don't forget to comment below if you learned a thing or two from anything I said here. If I talk trash, please be kind to me, as this is my first sit down video I am releasing on YouTube. And guys, we made a month on YouTube. I can't believe it. It took me 8 years to start up my YouTube, and now I'm just feeling like I have so much content in me that I don't even know where to start from. So guys, this is where I have come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed shooting it, and I also hope you learned a thing or two. I hope I did not jam talk too much too, and I hope it was entertaining enough for you. Let me know on anything you didn't understand that I said, and also let me know if there is a video in particular you would love to see from me. And please check out my business page, refer me to your friends and families, and let us keep winning. Okay, bye guys.